welcome back to another week. This week we're heading to Cridersville, our home track. Last week was fun, but you can't afford to do that every week, so we're going to be racing close to home. Not going to lie, I'm not very excited about it. The first week that we ran there was pretty rough, and it was a late night, and there were some things that went down that I didn't quite agree with, that I don't think condone some very fair racing, but I'm not going to get into that. And then last week while we were down south, it sounds like it was another super late night. They were running heat races at like midnight from what I've read and what I've saw and what people have sent me. So it's crazy to still be running heat races at midnight. And then there was a couple other things I heard about that I also don't think condone fair racing. So it sounds like Cridersville, unfortunately, is still kind of a shit show, so I'm not real pumped to go there, but Gramps loves that place, and, I called him and was like, hey, what if we just set this week out? And he didn't really like that idea, so unfortunately, I'm in here getting tires measured up in size so we can go to Cridersville. I'm going to try not to, talk shit about him and dog him and bring him down because it is a whole new crew this year. Everyone is brand new, all the way from, the people running the track to the concession stand workers. Everyone's new and everyone's different. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for a little while and try and get stuff figured out and get it straightened out. But, you can't afford too many weeks like that because you're going to run people off and it's not good. So I'm going in there with an open mind, hoping that they get their stuff figured out and get straightened out, but, going to kind of expect the worst, I guess. Kirk isn't racing this weekend. I think the same reason. She just isn't feeling it, just doesn't want to go. So only going to be me this week, probably going to run heavy and LO206 for sure. Honestly, the LO206 is really the only reason why I want to go. I like the LO206. I like Dan. He supports me a lot, so I'll go support Dan's series and run his kart, and hopefully we can pick up a win with the LO206 stuff. We were quick that first week. Actually, we were quick and heavy too. We ran second. So hopefully we can be one spot better this week. Hopefully we can get a win. We'll see. It's been over a year since I've won a race, so I really, really, really want to fucking win a race. But is what it is. Hopefully it'll be an easy night with just me running and just two classes. So, yeah. I don't know. Got to say, if I could, I think I'd be happy just going down south about once a month and calling it that, because I like it down there. It's a lot of fun to race, and you guys down there are very nice and very helpful. And yeah, I think if it was up to me, I'd probably just go race once a month down south and call it good. But unfortunately, it's not. Gramps loves him from Cridersville, and he came all the way down there to support us last week. So we'll go to Seaville, make him happy, and hopefully we can be one spot better this week. last night went okay. Started pole in the LO206, and I was just a little too free. If I would have been the way I was probably in the first heat, I think I could have won. But freed up way too much in the feature, especially off of 4. And I mean, there was a few times I thought I was gonna wreck it. So ended up third. I think that's fine. You know, I was just kind of holding on for dear life. So to only lose 2 spots and to lose them there kind of at the beginning was all right. So top 3 in LO206, call that a success. That was fine. Heavy was a whole nother story. The kart started off fine, but it got worse and worse as the night went on, and it wasn't the handling. I'm just going to be honest, it was the engine. Our engine program for the clones is not good. It's not where it needs to be. We need to make a switch. I've been saying that for like a year. I think Gramps is probably finally on board with that because it's not what it needs to be. You know, we had to switch engines at the farm track because we couldn't get any RPMs out of it, and this is kind of the same case. I mean, if you watch the video, I mean, there were dudes, you know, up in the dust out of the groove, and I couldn't power around them. There's no get up and go. There's no speed, so... You know, I was on a dude's bumper on the inside line, and I couldn't follow him through past the guy on the outside. So it sucks. It's a bummer. You know, the guy that does our engines, we're all friends. He's a nice guy. He's a great dude, but they're not where they need to be. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. I think we definitely need to make a switch, but we'll see. You know, I don't want to lie to anyone, so I'm just trying to be honest, but also be respectful because he is a good dude, but... Yeah, just not where they need to be. I mean, obviously, if you've made it this far, you watched the video, I can push the dude around the track all I want, you know, but as soon as I pull out, I let off the gas and I set him up to pass him, there's nothing. I can't pass him. I get on the throttle and it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't go anywhere. It just is flat and doesn't want to move. So it's unfortunate. So, you know, whatever. L206 was fine. Heavy, we got some changes we definitely need to make to try and, you know, just be better. I don't know. I really thought I would have had a shot to win the LO206, but we were a little too free, like I said, and I don't know. Every week, I think more and more that my winning days are probably over, and I'm starting to make peace with that and be okay with it. So, just going out there and having fun. As far as the track, Cridersville, I know in the intro I wasn't too keen on them, wasn't very positive, but I think they did a good job. The track was definitely dusty and dry. And they definitely got to figure out their track prep a little bit. But as I'll say again, it's a whole new crew this year. All new people, all new everything. So they'll figure it out. They'll learn it. I'm not a track prep guy. I don't know what to do. I'd probably have the thing dusty too. So I'm not going to knock them on the track prep because they are trying and it is better than what it was last year. And they're giving it a shot. As far as the program goes, that ran smooth, that ran quick, you know, I know last week people were saying they were still running heat races at midnight and we were done by midnight. So... I think they did a good job. It seemed like they got things straightened out and got their shit in order and, you know, they're working on it and trying to make it better, so I have nothing negative to say. I think they did a good job. Kirk said she heard people bitching and whining and complaining all night and there was fights and everything else, and I don't think I understand why because it seemed like a good night. It seemed to go smooth. I didn't really see any issues or any problems, so I don't know. I think it just goes back to us racers sucking and always wanting to complain and bitch about something and never being happy because... From my side, from what I saw, there was no issues and nothing to complain about. The night went smooth and yeah, maybe the track was dry, but I know they're trying things and they're working on it. So I'm not going to bitch about that because it is what it is. It's also been hot and no rain and I don't know, thought everything was fine. So for those of you that were complaining, what the hell? So that is what it is. Okay night, people suck, racers suck. Track's doing a good job. They're getting their shit in order. They're going in the right way. With that being said, there probably won't be any videos on the racing side of things for a little while. Me and Kirk are leaving Friday for Ireland and England, so super, super excited about that. You know, we're going to be over there for 2 weeks on a pretty cool vacation. I mean, I've been to Canada and she's been to Canada, but as far as like really out of the country like that, we've never done this. So kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm super pumped. So hopefully make it back across the pond there and we can get back to racing here in a few weeks. So we'll see you all then.